Hello dear friends, it's a pleasure to be here today in the second day of our seminary, and I want to thank you very much to Father Dura and to Professor Mikal for the opportunity giving me to be here. Speaking the second day of a seminary of our conference, it's a very good thing, because a lot of the things you wanted to say were said from the other speakers. In my case, if you see it, I wanted to speak a little about the influence of the new technology on the young generation, and Professor Katrina yesterday she speak a lot about this, and presented very well the influence of the new technology on the young generation. So my work today, my task today will be more easier for this. And I will not speak theoretically. I will try to give you some example from my experience, because I'm a teacher at the university. I work a lot with young people. I teach them, and I can see with each other how there are a lot of changes and how they change their behavior, influenced of course by the new technology. And I deal every day with this kind of problems raised by the new technology. So for this I will give you today this speech about the influence of the new technology on the young generation. I will not give you many numbers or information or scientific information, because you can find this in every place. You can find it in a lot of places. You will find this in Manfred Spitzer, for example. It's a very, very good book on digital dementia, and another book about this. Only I will told you, or I'll present you some of my observation, of direct observation to the young generation. We see yesterday that the transhumanism it's intended, or is proposing, to obtain a better human being with the use of the new technology, a more intelligent and a more prepared human being for our society. But I think the transhumanism didn't resolve this. In my opinion, with all the changes in the new technology, the young generation didn't evolve, didn't become better human beings, but in some cases they are worse. And with the last 2 years, with the pandemic and with the online education, a lot of things are worsening. And as I told you, I can see it this all day in my activity as a university teacher. They, for example, and this is one of the biggest challenges, I think, they lost the ability to work as a community, to work together as a team. I see this before the pandemic, but now with the pandemic, the things are worse. They lose the sense of community, the sense of working together. And this is at all levels, especially in the younger generation. A few days ago, at 1st of June, I heard it was the Children's Day in Romania, and I heard the podcast with a very, very intelligent young people. I think it wasn't on the high schools or something like this, or lesser, and he give a lot of good answer. He say he like biology, geography, etc. And they ask him if he like any sport. He say, okay, I like football, and they ask him if he play football. I said, no, it's a pity, or unfortunately I couldn't play very often because I don't have a PlayStation. Yeah, for him playing football, a sport, was playing on a PlayStation. This is one of the example demonstrating, I think, that the young people lose a sense of community, the sense of working together, functioning together, giving I don't know, a sense of community to their life. Also, I can observe in the last year that the young people lose the possibility of to concentrate themselves. They couldn't concentrate for a long time. They tend to be attentive to classes or some explanation or something like this for a few moments. I think 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's the best. And then they lose this ability to concentrate for a prolonged period of time. We can understand this because this is a generation raised with more than 100 television channels. They zoom every time. They change very rapidly the television channel. They are the generation raised with the Facebook, and with the changes in the new feed, the feeds on the Facebook, it's changing very quickly. We are the generation raised with the clickbait, the catch bait in the title of the information or the newspaper article. So they didn't have the the ability, or I don't know exactly how to say it, the possibility, yes, but we don't have this kind of behavior to read long articles, no, some editorials or something like this. This is why, in my opinion, the serials are so popular. The serials on Netflix or in other streaming channels or in television are very popular. Why? Because they are of 40 minutes or 45 minutes or less. I try, for example, in some classes to put them documentaries or including movies about political themes, and they don't have the patience to look all the way 1 hour and a half or 1 hour and 40. At the middle of the movie, say, okay, teacher, can have a pause because we cannot see this for so long time. I see it, for example, another effect, I think, of the use of the new technologies is the loss of the sense of orientation, temporary but especially special. Because using the GPS or Waze or whatever application give you the direction, you lose the possibility to think with your mind and to give or to have the sense of orientation. And it's something again, I will tell you a story, a personal story. A few weeks ago, I was in a city, in my father's city, and we are working. And it was some streets were closed because they make some works, they change some things, and this were the street was closed with workings, and a lot of people try to pass with the car to this street, and I say no, this street is closed because we are working, we are digging trenches to change some works. I say no, but the ways put us here, because the ways didn't change it, didn't have probably wasn't updated, and say no, the ways put us here. I say okay, I came from this road, the road is closed for working. You can go, you must go back and take another road. No, the ways put us here, and they go to this road till the trenches. This is some example. I leave it a few weeks ago when we put our faith, our confidence in technology, but not always the technology is so good for us. Also, the young generation using a lot the new technology, they lose the ability of the manual abilities to working manually. They don't have strength, they don't have resilience, they don't have physical resistance. I see this, for example, in some archaeological excavation I participate, and there were person, I'd say more mature, and a lot of young people, students in practice. And the students, the young one, you expect it to be more young, more vigorous, more strength, and they were the first to say, oh, I couldn't, I'm so fatigued, and things like this, because they don't have this ability to work manually, to work physically. They don't have physical resistance, the majority of them, because they stay all the day in front of the laptop or in front of the computer or a TV set. They don't go to play in the field, in the yard, in the streets. They don't have this kind of behavior. We have it on our time. There are a lot of other things. Well, I think I don't have any more time. For example, I see it to the young generation. They are very fragile at the psychical level. They are very prone to develop anxieties, neurosis, depression. The young students are very fragile of psychical level. For this, they have a lot of problems. They also have problems with socializing with each other outside the social media, outside the Reds. In the Reds, in the Facebook or Instagram, they are very, very, very good to socialize, to communicate with each other. Sorry, but if you put them in the crowd, in the middle of the people, they have a lack of social intelligence. They have difficulties to socialize directly with the people. And to form, as I told at the beginning, to form the sense of community. Yeah, okay, and 1 minute. One thing I wanted to say. Another consequence, there are a lot of other, but another consequences with which I deal a lot in my activities. I'm teaching political science. Another consequence is they lose the capacity of critical thinking. They are very, very easy to be manipulated by the information they receive or share on the social media. They are very prone to believe whatever it's said to them on the I don't know, on the net, on the television, or some influencers, some vloggers, some kind of person like this. They are very, very easy to be manipulated. They don't have the ability to critical thinking. I say to look a subject more objective, to look on the both side of a theme or of I don't know, of a problem. This is another problem, very, very big, I think, because they are very prone to be influenced and even manipulated by people with stronger personalities. We can see this in the political life. We can see this in the society in the last year, especially in Romania. We had a lot of manipulation during the election, before the election, and with some political issues very very important. Okay, I'll finish. I will expect a question for you, and again I want to thank you to Father Dura and to Professor Mikal for the opportunity to speak to you this day. Thank you very much.